Welcome back to New Rockstars. I'm Erik Voss, and Marvel Studios' newest hero is confirmed to be Oscar Isaac as Moon Knight in the upcoming Marvel Disney Plus series, aka Marc Spector, a vigilante possessed with the power of the Egyptian moon god Khonshu, who suffers from dissociative identity disorder, also taking identities of millionaire Stephen Grant and taxi driver Jake Lockley, all in order to help him stay close to the streets to fight that crime. But lately in comics, he has appeared as the white-suited Mr. Knight. This is huge news, guys. Oscar Isaac is arguably the most serious acting heavyweight Marvel has gotten for a title role in one of their Disney Plus shows. He's a crossover performer in pretty much every title in our nerdy multiverse, from Star Wars to Into the Spiderverse, to the Fox X-Men movies, to Dune, to niche sci-fi stories like Ex Machina and Annihilation. The guy can do it all, and it sounds like he's going to be continuing to do it all within the mind of Marc Spector, who carries multiple personalities in his head all at once.
So who talks first? You talk first? I talk first. You talk first. I talk first. You talk first. I talk first.
Now, Moon Knight might be a new name to you if you're not caught up on the Marvel comics, so I'm going to break down who Moon Knight Marc Spector is, but more importantly, why he's going to be so important to the Marvel Cinematic Universe's future. Okay, so Marc Spector was the son of a rabbi, and he trains as a boxer, becomes a CIA agent, though in later comics he's a US Marine. But then as he works as a mercenary, he comes across the Egyptian moon deity of Khonshu, a god that possesses his body and gives him supernatural strength and reflexes and abilities, all based on where the moon is in its lunar cycle. And he later takes on alternate identities back in America. Initially, he's the millionaire Stephen Grant in order to hide from his mercenary past, but then he becomes the cabbie Jake Lockley so that he can roam the streets as a crime fighter. But the later and best known explorations of Moon Knight retconned his Egyptian origin story as a possible symptom of dissociative identity disorder, making Mark question whether these alternate identities and superpowers are objectively real via Khonshu, or subjective projections, delusions coming from within his own mind. Now, I can confirm that we have not found any mentions or sightings of Moon Knight or Marc Spector throughout the MCU so far. Some have said that you might be able to see Moon Knight's Ankh in Doctor Strange's Sanctum Sanctorum, but not from any of my obsessive frame-by-frame analyses of the Sanctum in Doctor Strange, Thor Ragnarok, or Infinity War. So where is it? And then in Captain America Winter Soldier, Jasper Sidwell mentioned a man in Cairo as a Project Insight target.
A TV anchor in Cairo, the Undersecretary of Defense, a high school valedictorian in Iowa City.
That almost certainly was not Marc Spector. He was never a TV anchor, but rather this seems to be a reference to the Egyptian media during the Arab Spring. But here is what we do know about the Marvel Cinematic Universe and how it pertains to Marc Spector's introduction to this universe. First, the upcoming Marvel Disney Plus titles will be aggressively interconnected, with the writers from each series sitting in on the writers' rooms of other series. For example, Jessica Gao, the showrunner of She-Hulk, sat in on the writer's room of Moon Knight. Now, before She-Hulk, Jessica Gao wrote on Rick and Morty, writing episodes like Pickle Rick, and a lot of her co-writers on Rick and Morty are overseeing a big chunk of Marvel Phase 4 titles. Rick and Morty writer Mike Waldron is a showrunner on Loki, and he's also writing the latest draft of Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. And then another Rick and Morty writer, Jeff Loveness, is writing Ant-Man 3, a story that, with Kang, will probably deal with a lot of quantum realm timeline crap. So you can see how this whole MCU vision is being constructed by the people behind one of the greatest multiverse properties on TV right now. Now, in Moon Knight's case, it was just announced that the showrunner is Jeremy Slater, who developed and wrote The Umbrella Academy on Netflix, also a series that explored time travel and timeline manipulation. Now, there are other details we know about how the MCU could set the stage for Moon Knight. Look, I know there's a lot of clues we gotta sift through, because the best visual clues are hiding in plain sight, just like someone's front pocket wallet, like The Ridge! Thanks to The Ridge for sponsoring this episode. The Ridge helps you carry what you need every day. From their flagship Ridge wallet to their portable charging commuter backpack, they want you to make the most out of what you're bringing with you. The Ridge wallet is made out of military-grade materials like titanium and carbon fiber. It has a clean, stylish design. It is fall-proof, so when Jason Voorhees is trying to kill you, he won't be able to kill your credit cards. This is their aluminum silver wallet. They do have other colors, including some very flashy tiki designs. This thing is light, it's strong, just like you. They make it easy to buy with free shipping and free returns and a lifetime guarantee. It's also got 30,000 5-star reviews, so you know they're doing something right. They also have great backpacks and travel bags with RFID blocky pockets and the optional device charging batteries. Get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping and returns by going to ridge.com/newrockstars. That's ridge.com/newrockstars and use the code newrockstars. Find the link in the video's description. Okay, so the fact that Moon Knight is joining the MCU right as Marvel builds out its interconnected multiverse is interesting, especially when you consider Marvel also appears to be extending backward to incorporate ancient deity figures. Based on set photos, the Eternals will explore the old gods of Earth and their ancient history, set partially in ancient Egypt, which I have speculated before could be used to establish the origin of mutant kind in the MCU, with figures like the first mutant, Apocalypse, whom Oscar Isaac coincidentally played in X-Men Apocalypse. So maybe that could be a way they establish Khonshu in this universe, and thus Moon Knight. But we also just got a big WandaVision clue from that Wakanda Files book, a Marvel in-universe companion guide, in which Shuri notes that the Mind Stone ionized Wanda's nervous system, charging it to give her neural electric interfacing to create bursts of extreme energy and manipulate minds to plant suggestive thoughts and enhance pre-existing paranoias. One thing that I think we've gotten from the WandaVision trailer is possible evidence of manipulation by Marvel's devil figure Mephisto, who could be hijacking Wanda's mind to help manifest these illusions that could be objectively real depending on Wanda's ability to control this inner power. And it's just interesting to note how thematically linked that story is to the story of Marc Spector. Just like him, Wanda Maximoff as well is trapped in various alternate identities, trying to determine which is the true reality. So could this story give us a clue in how Marvel will introduce Moon Knight? Well, the master theory I've been exploring in recent Marvel videos is how WandaVision being moved to the first official Marvel Phase 4 title tells us something about the studio's big plan, that they're gonna open this era with a story that could end by shattering the MCU into a multiverse of madness, flooding it with dark forces unleashed from the Pandora's box of Wanda's hellscape mind. Wanda's demonic manipulator is Mephisto, and her battle with him could cause her reality bubble to burst, allowing other spirits from the underworld to scatter across the world and latch onto other earthly forms. One of those could be Khonshu, attaching to mercenary Marc Spector, Oscar Isaac. Like the other unstable mind of the Marvel world, Wanda Maximoff, Marc Spector, Moon Knight, could be suddenly possessed by this dark spirit, battling it in his mind for control, and then have these werewolf-like lunar nighttime attacks caused by that other inner entity taking over. And based on Jessica Gao's cooperation behind the scenes, Marc Spector's after-hours rampages through New York City could lead to him needing some legal representation, which could set up a partnership with a certain attorney, Jennifer Walters, She-Hulk. And who knows, maybe that journey to control that magic could lead Mark to the steps of 177A Bleecker Street in Midtown, with Doctor Strange arming him with an ancient Egyptian relic, the Ankh, that may or may not be among those artifacts. And this, I just hope, leads to the establishment of STAKE, Special Threat Assessment for Known Extranormalities, and the Midnight Suns in the MCU. But I'm getting ahead of myself. There's a lot of goodies that could come from this. I want to know from you, how do you think Moon Knight will connect to Marvel's Phase 4 plan? Join the nerdy conversation on our official Discord server by becoming a patron at patreon.com/newrockstars. Follow me on Instagram at Erik Voss, follow New Rockstars, and subscribe for breakdowns of everything you love. Thanks for watching. Boom Night.
You looking for this?